Hey, Jase in Las Vegas, Matthew here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and with the help of my GoPro camera, I'm going to show you how I cut prescriptions for your new Versace. Let's turn this over. This is the model number 1209, color 1252 in the 55 eye size. Let's go ahead and take a look at this bad boy. The Versace case, Versace cloth that's hiding inside here. There it is. There's your Versace cloth. Your card of authenticity. Put that back in there along with that. And of course, inside this Italian leather case is your Versace frame, the color 1252 gold front with tortoise sides. Really great professional toned down Versace. It's got the Versace emblem at each one. Really nice dress wear, not too much bling, but still really nice frame. So I'm going to pop out your original demo lenses that come inside the frame, one of which says Versace on there. And of course, you're going to receive all the manufacturer's original packaging. This is just a little sleeve they put on the temple to protect the temples while they're being shipped. I'm going to include that with it, and I'm now going to put your frame into the tracing element, pull up the tracing unit, and we are going to trace your frame. The stylus is going to pop up, and it's going to trace the shape of the right lens before moving over and tracing the shape of the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. You buy a genuine, authentic Versace frame and you receive free, clear, single vision prescription lenses. You pay for any add-ons you want, such as transitions or anti-glare, of which you did not. And of course, this frame sells for $225 with the prescription lenses included. Just a moment, that's going to pop up on the screen, but while it is doing that, I'm going to go ahead and get your lenses prepped. Let me put a little bit more ink into the lensometer here. Put the cap back on, put that back there so nobody gets hurt with the ink. Now your right eye reads -150, -175. At 90, I'm going to spin the axis wheel of my Marco 101 lensometer to 90. Put the power drum on -150. Put the lens in there and rotate it until the sphere power comes in clearly. I'm going to check the astigmatism correction, get everything lined up with the optical centers. Put 3 red dots on your lenses, and if those are too light, let me darken those for you. 1, 2, and 3. That gives me a horizontal meridian to know exactly how to place your lens so it fits best inside the frame. Let me do the same thing now with the left lens. Axis at 110. Put that there. Power drum still at -150. Put your lens in, rotate it until the sphere power comes in clearly. Check for the optical centers. Put 3 dots on there. Actually, one of those is dark enough to see, and that makes 3, and this is the left lens. Put the cap back on my pen. Come back down here. You know, this is a nice frame for Vegas. That's going to complete the look. So, alright, that's the left, this is the right lens. This is a block. I need to attach this to your lens while it is cutting, so I'm going to get a double-sided adhesive sticker. Put that on there. Pull that away. Put that in there, and those 3 dots that are on your lens, I'm going to get everything lined up just right. And then, let's go ahead and attach that block to your lens. That is the right lens. I'm going to do the same thing now for the left lens. Get one of these blocks. Pull the sticker away to make this side sticky. Put that in there. That's flipped over to the left lens. Let's find the left lens. Put that down there on the pad. Get everything lined up perfect, and boom. Now it's going to come down. Put the block on this lens. I'm going to put it, actually let me pull this program up first. That's the tracing element. These are polycarbonate lenses without a polish, and I'm going to put the little magnet, and it's going to hold it in place in the chuck. Now the actual cutting wheel is over here on the right. That's what's going to grind it down until it's the final shape. I'm going to hit start. The door is going to come down. And one of the first things it's going to do, it's going to come up and it's going to trace the shape of your lens. You can see as it's starting, as it is going around, tracing both the front and the back at the same time. The cutting wheels are going to start up. Hopefully you hear some some whirring and some sounding, and now we're going to go to the grinding. Now polycarbonate cuts dry where plastic and high index cut wet. And as soon as this begins cutting, your lenses are made out of polycarb. Polycarb is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. It is virtually unbreakable, as well as being bulletproof up to 22 caliber. It has both UVA and UVB protection, so you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin. So you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes. The other nice thing about your lenses, they are aspheric, which means it has a flatter curvature. An aspheric lens is round in every meridian. This is much, not only thinner, but it's a flatter surface. A spherical lens gives you that ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance. This is going to fit flat inside the frame and give you a much better finished cosmetic value. Now when you buy frames from people online or prescriptions, they charge you for your prescription. Then if you want the thinner, lighter weight, unbreakable lens, they charge you an upgrade for that. And then if you want the aspheric, flatter lenses, they charge you a fee for that. So this is someone else's third tier premium lens. You get that for free just for buying the Versace 1209, size 55, color 1252. Take the lid back off. I'm gonna need that in a second. Now, it's tracing your lens one more time just to know exactly where to place the bevel so it fits best inside the frame. So the water jets have kicked in to wash away any optical debris. It does that during the last bit of the cutting cycle. So in just a moment this will stop. I'll take your lens out and we'll make sure it fits inside the frame. I'm going to need my Phillips head screwdriver. Where is my Phillips head screwdriver? There it is, the red one. It's actually putting the safety bevel onto the lens to smooth out any rough edges that may have occurred during the cutting cycle. This is the last step of the process before it finishes. So the door is going to open and magically it is done. I'm going to open up the chuck. Pull this out, dry your lens off so it is not slippery. And let's go ahead and get it mounted into your frame. I'm going to lefty-loosey for the eye wire screw. Let's put your right lens in there. And tighten that screw down. Don't worry, I'm putting the edge of your frame on this moleskin not to affect the finish of the frame. That fits in there perfectly, so let's go ahead and start cutting the left lens. I'm going to flip that over to L and hit start. The door will close, and just like before, everything's going to start up. I can go ahead and continue to work on your right lens while that is cutting. Pull that sticker off there, dry the lens off again, and I'm going to keep that red dot on there for now. Now I want to go over to my lensometer and verify that everything is made correctly. I'm going to spin the axis wheel back to 90. Put the lens in. Line everything up. I'm getting minus 150. Check your astigmatism correction, of which you have a fair amount. I'm getting 3 1/4. And the reason I am getting that, your prescription reads minus 150, minus 175 at 90. The left is minus 150, minus 2 at 110. The unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, and it goes in quarter increments starting at 0. It goes up from there, 0.25, 0.70, 0.50, 0.75, 1, 1 and a quarter, 150, 175, 2. The next steps are on there. So without your glasses on, things are actually much too large in real life. So your lenses will minify. That's what the minus does. It will not magnify, but minify. It's the opposite of magnifying. So you need 6 steps of correction for your farsightedness. This gets everything the correct size. Now you almost have an equal amount of astigmatism correction, and there is a stigma over the word astigmatism. It just means shape. It's like saying that someone has straight hair or curly hair. That is it. It's not a disease. It's not an affliction. It's rather the fine-tune knob. So one component of your prescription for your right eye, and this top line is your right eye. One number gets everything the correct size. One number takes away fuzzy edges. Think of it as the fine-tune knob. This last number, 90, could be anywhere from 1 to 180 in a straight line. We're going to turn that fine-tune knob to 90. 90 is the vertical meridian, 180 is the horizontal. So we're going to turn this to 90. Now for your left eye, you still need 6 steps of correction to get everything in the correct size, but you need another 8 steps of correction to take away the fuzzy edges, and we're just going to turn that knob past 90 to about 110. Now, remember high school algebra, you add 2 minuses together. But I think of it more realistically. If someone owed you $1.50 and then they borrowed another $1.75, they would owe you $3.25. That is what we ended up, 3 1/4. So we know that the right eye is made correctly. Are we done with the left? I was going to trace again. Okay. But it's your left eye. Still, you need 6 steps of correction, but another 2. So we're going to end up with 350 as your total power for the left eye. So it's actually putting the little safety bevel on there now. Actually, it's just the bevel. So it fits inside the bevel of the frame. And then at the very end, the safety bevel, where it's going to smooth out any rough edges that are left over from the cutting cycle. Smooth all those out. So now the safety bevel is going on there, and water is spraying to wash away any optical debris to smooth everything out. That's why it looks like a car wash in there. But in just a moment it will finish. That moment is now. Another moment, the door is going to open, and then your lens is done. Open the chuck up. Take your lens out, dry it off. And we can go ahead and mount it into the frame. I'm going to take my screwdriver, lefty-loosey, to loosen the eye wire screw. Put your lens in there. And let's go ahead and tighten that screw back down. Perfect. Let's take this block off. And I measure with the aspheric lenses. See how your lens fits in there perfectly? No edge thickness. That's the cosmetic value of the aspheric lenses. Of course, they're also thinner and lighter weight. Let me take this over here. Put your lens in. Put the axis wheel back on 110. Put the lens in, and I am getting minus 150 for your sphere power. Check your astigmatism correction. And we're ending up with a total power of minus 350, which is exactly halfway between 3 and 4. Your PD is 66 millimeters. I'm going to put my pen on my left, against my left thumb on your right lens. And then when we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 66 millimeters, so that is made perfectly. I want to use this moment to clean your lenses off and explain that when you get these in the mail, and if they're too loose or too tight, or more realistically, if one side is higher than the other, just stop by your local optical shop and they'll get them adjusted for you. That's because 80% of people have one ear that's higher than the other, and I'm no different. I'm part of that 80%, and I'll show you in just a moment. But for now, I want to make sure that your frame is in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set it on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, mine wobble on the counter because I have one ear that's higher than the other. They don't sit level on the counter, but they sit level on me. Flip them over, press down. There is no wobble. Close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly, and they do, and the same amount of tension on each hinge, and there is. So that's that. Jase in Las Vegas, I just want to thank you for buying glasses from me. If anyone out there has any questions, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. Hopefully you enjoyed watching as I made prescription lenses for your Versace 1209, size 55, color 1252, and of course the frame and lenses sell for $225. And hopefully everyone else got a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.